Yo, what's up guys, Thunderstorm here, back at it with another video. So for today's build, I have one of the coolest bleed builds that I've gotten a chance to use. The build consists of Lords of Exaltation Talisman, the Faithful Canvas Talisman, the Crimson Amber Medallion 2 Talisman, and last but not least, Eleanor's Pole Blade and the Swarm of Flies. So the Exaltation Talisman raises your attack power when there's blood loss nearby, which there will be a lot of. The Faithful Canvas Talisman can be used to raise the player's potency for their incantations, so this will definitely help you with your Swarm of Flies. And the Crimson Amber Medallion raises maximum health, and you're going to need this extra health because you're going to be trading with your opponent quite often with this blade just because of the way it attacks. Eleanor's Pole Blade is just a super sick weapon because of its fire damage and the weapon art that comes with it. Let me demonstrate this Jedi shit. This has to be up there with one of the coolest weapon arts I've seen since I started playing Elden Ring. It's such a cool weapon, and for many reasons. The best way to use this weapon is to be somewhat of a distance away from your opponent, just so they feel a little bit safe, and then bam, you go ahead and use that weapon art. You're gonna lunge forward with this very strong 5-hit combo that will actually get stronger with each hit because of the blood loss. And it's so beautiful how you lunge, how you gracefully launch into an instant death combo. Just look at this shit. I used the Pole Blade build to take on many dungeons and their bosses, and it has to be some of the quickest boss battles I've ever encountered. If you're not good at the game and you need a weapon to carry you into battle, this is definitely a weapon for you. Now, after spamming the weapon art for every encounter, I found I got a little bored and decided to add some magic to it. I tried a few blood loss spells, but they did more damage than good. I tried the Briars of Sin and the Briars of Punishment, but both did pretty pathetic damage. They did look really cool while doing this pathetic damage. Let me demonstrate. I feel like I was like an Evil Dead demon monster or some shit, the way the roots come out the ground and create blood loss. It looks actually really cool. I wish they were a little better, but I have read that they can be pretty good if you scale your Arcane all the way up to 80, but I'm not trying to do that. I like the way my stats are right now, and I'm not going to do it just for these couple of spells. So I opted to use a Swarm of Flies, which did exactly what I needed. It definitely had a little bit more bite, no pun intended, and it completely just destroyed any and everything I threw at them, from big bosses to dungeon bosses to just normal people to giants. They're just awesome, guys. I recommend these in any blood build that you have. Definitely use a Swarm of Flies, you won't regret them. And now I did use this weapon in PvP, and I think it can actually be pretty good. I'm not that good, so it could probably be better in one of y'all's guys' like setup. But personally, I kept spamming the weapon art and I got punished over and over for it. A little strategy I use for PvP battles is I would use the Swarm of Flies to stagger my opponent, and while they were staggered, I would then use my weapon art and try to get them into that combo, because if you get into that combo, they just get deleted from the game. It does so much goddamn damage, especially accompanied with the Swarm of Flies. Overall, it's a super cool build that you can use with pretty much any armor that you want. I use a Black Knight armor and this shit over here. I don't even know what to call it. I think it's a mix of some Knight's armor with this fat guy's. I don't know what this shit's called, but it looks pretty cool and I like using it. I think this build has potential to be good in PvP. Let me know if you guys try it. I definitely would like to hear like what your experience was being a better player and all. So this build is pretty good in PvP, but it absolutely shreds enemies and bosses alike that are not in PvP. I have to give this build like a 7.5 out of 10. Probably my new favorite build just based off the weapon art. So this blood build will probably be my last blood build that I do. I've gotten a little bored of blood loss. I think it's one of the cooler weapon builds you can do out there, and it's definitely one of the better ones to do for damage. But I want to try a couple of faith builds next and a couple of magic builds and really try to broaden my horizons. So stay tuned for the next builds because they're going to be completely different from my last two. Hope you guys enjoyed the new videos. Hope you guys have an awesome day, and doses.
Oh my god. No way. Holy shit, my bad, bro.